If you're a thrill seeker or general roller coaster enthusiast, there's a good chance you've been to a theme park or two in your lifetime. However, what would it take for you to visit a theme park that's been abandoned? You wouldn't find any food stands or operating roller coasters, but you would have an unforgettable experience. It should be noted that not every abandoned amusement park in this article is necessarily haunted by ghosts. Sorry to disappoint. However, their eerie visuals and spooky stories are guaranteed to haunt any visitor. Indeed, in this article, we'll go through 10 former amusement parks where resounding screams have been replaced with numbing silence, enchanting colors with unsettling paleness, and feelings of comfort with a sense of cold dread. So, sit back and keep a pen and paper close, as any of these could be a contender for your next travel destination. Number 10. Atlantis Marine Park. Opened in 1981, the Atlantis Marine Park attracted tourists from around the world to a small town called Two Rocks in Perth, Australia. The park enticed visitors with water-based features, including live dolphin shows and pedal boat rides. However, financial difficulties following the 1987 stock market crash forced the park to close after 9 years. Once home to cetaceans and transfixed tourists, the abandoned park now serves as a home for vandals and plant life. Number 9. Pripyat Amusement Park. The Pripyat Amusement Park in Ukraine was on course to kick the summer of 1986 off with a bang. The park featured a 26-meter-high Ferris wheel, bumper carts, swing boats, and more. However, although there was indeed a bang, it wasn't the kind the Soviet Union was planning for. The Chernobyl disaster struck just a few kilometers away and forced the park to close before the grand opening. The park exists today as a dark symbol of the nuclear disaster. Those daring to sneak into the ghost park should be warned that radioactive particles are reported to still persist around the area to this day. Number 8. Six Flags New Orleans. This theme park in New Orleans was at one time world-renowned for its rides, including the Mega Zeph roller coaster and SpongeBob SquarePants ride. Unfortunately, the park was forced to close in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Today, the surreal setting is something out of a post-apocalyptic nightmare. Rumor has it people still sneak into the park to feast their eyes on decapitated clown heads floating in the mud and fantasize about zombie invasions. Number 7. Chippewa Lake Amusement Park. Located in Ohio, the Chippewa Lake Amusement Park entertained guests with a number of rides, including roller coasters, flying cafes, a carousel, and a Ferris wheel. However, exactly 100 years after opening, the park was forced to close in 1978 due to poor management and lack of attendance. 40 years on, the desolate park is a spooky jungle of overgrown shrubs feeding on moribund wood and scrap metal. Number 6. Dadipark. Located in Antwerp, Belgium, Dadipark aimed to provide experiences for families that were affordable and unforgettable. Unfortunately for one young boy, his unforgettable experience involved him losing an arm while riding on the Nautic Jet ride. Following fierce backlash from visitors, including complaints about other safety concerns, the park closed in 2002. Not much is left at the abandoned park besides ruined equipment and a chilling atmosphere today. Plans are reportedly underway to transform the park into a new recreation area. However, will any renovations be enough to eradicate the horrific memories of the past? Number 5. Boblo Island. It was once normal to hear spine-chilling shrieks at the Boblo Island amusement park. Guests would fly up and down the tall Space Needle ride and be flung from side to side on the screamer. Today, however, all you can hear is the eerie whispers of the wind as it brushes past tattered metal. Indeed, all that's left at the abandoned park on Bois Blanc Island are the scattered remains of rides that were left behind after its closure in 1993. Number 4. Gulliver's Kingdom Amusement Park. Located in the shadow of Mount Fuji in Japan, this unique theme park was designed drawing inspiration from the 18th century story Gulliver's Travels. The park is famous for featuring a 147-foot-long statue of Lemuel Gulliver, the main character from the novel, tied down to the ground. The park shut down in 2001 after 4 years due to poor ticket sales. It's expected one of the reasons for the closure is due to the park's close proximity to the Aokigahara Forest, Japan's infamous suicide forest. Despite being demolished in 2007, the grounds still feature odd structures that give trespassers the feeling that they're not alone in the park. Number 3. River Country Waterpark. Opened in Orlando in 1976, River Country was Walt Disney's first water park. At one time, the amusement was one of Florida's top summer vacation spots. However, due to a lack of demand, the park closed in 2001 and never reopened. For 19 years, the site has been abandoned, with many rides left to battle corrosion and plant life. The park won't be vacant forever, though, as it was announced earlier this year that the grounds will be redeveloped into a new nature-themed resort to be complete by 2020. If you want to explore the spooky mess before it's too late, you better act quickly. Number 2. Renaissance Faire. One abandoned theme park not far from Washington, D.C. in Virginia is the Renaissance Faire. It is known as Virginia's medieval ghost town and is a theme park replica of a medieval town, complete with a replica pirate ship. The project failed. The humid summer temperatures didn't help, and the structures and pirate ship were left to decay. Number 1. The Catskills Game Farm. The Catskills is full of abandoned attractions and resorts. Before cheap flights made more accessible destinations viable, it was the destination of choice for wealthy New Yorkers. One of the abandoned parks that people can actually visit is the Catskills Game Farm. At its peak, the Catskills Game Farm was home to around 2,000 animals before it went into decline and was eventually abandoned. But in 2012, it was reanimated as an attraction. The old giraffe barn was rejuvenated as a boutique hotel. The whole site is now an upscale campsite and inn. So, we have shared with you top 10 haunted theme parks that were abandoned. Hope they will be useful to you. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.